The topic of abortion is front and center in the nation's capital. Protesters gathered outside the Supreme Court today as justices heard arguments challenging access to a popular abortion pill. The case could have wide-ranging implications for women and drug retaliation in the U.S. The drug in question, of course, is mifepristone. Washington correspondent Maddie Beertemple joins us now with how this case could impact access to the pill.
Anti-abortion groups are challenging the FDA's relaxed rules on the abortion pill that have made it easier to access in recent years. Protesters were back on the steps of the Supreme Court.
And people deserve access to it.
For the first abortion case since the Dobbs decision, the Alliance for Hippocratic Medicine says the FDA's guidelines are unsafe. They allow the abortion drug mifepristone to be sent by mail and without an in-person doctor's visit.
Without ever having been checked by a doctor for life-threatening conditions. That's reckless.
The alliance is made up of medical groups that oppose abortion. They're asking the high court to limit access to the drug.
Without question, the FDA's actions have made taking chemical abortion drugs less safe.
But lawyers for the drug maker say research shows it is safe.
The FDA acted on an extensive body of evidence.
The Biden administration defended the FDA in court, saying opponents lack legal standing to bring the case because they aren't harmed by the FDA's rules.
We don't think they come within 100 miles of the kind of circumstances this court has previously identified.
The court seemed concerned that the case could have broader impacts on how many government agencies do their business. This is the voice of Justice Neil Gorsuch.
And this case seems like a prime example of turning what could be a small lawsuit into a nationwide legislative assembly on an FDA rule or any other federal government action.
A decision on the case is expected this summer. In Washington, I'm Maddie Beertemple.
Well, now let's bring in Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes into the conversation. All right, Khalif, so let's talk about the current composition of the Supreme Court and how that could potentially impact the hearing, but also how this case will shape the future of litigation related to access in reproductive health care.
I think that it's showing a kind of changing of the guard. While in the Republican Party you have the GOP, but then you also have these far-right MAGA Republicans. I think we have that exactly happening in the Supreme Court. And it's kind of refreshing to see when you look at it, because you have two folks that are still trying to hold on to the old way of doing it. That's Alito and Justice Thomas. They are very cemented into their ways. They're not moving and they're not swayed by any argument. They come into oral arguments already having their mind made up and really wanting them to try to reverse their decision making, and it's not going to happen. But you have these other folks, that Gorsuch, you have Brian, that are on the bench and they're listening and they're actually saying, well, hold on, the way that you're approaching this argument doesn't seem like it's on point, and it is inconsistent, you would think, with the way that most of the conservative justices have thought. And it's refreshing to hear. If you have an opportunity to listen to arguments, the questions that they're asking, it's not one of that I have my mind made up. I want you to lead me down your argument, take me in the direction that you're thinking, and how did you get there? And now I'm open and at least to hearing your argument, and then I can kind of think of my own rationale to why I want to make my decision, which is something that we haven't heard over the last few years, and is again refreshing to hear. The decisions that you're looking to hear from this court is sometimes, you know, very, very one-sided, but at least in this argument today, you can hear both sides kind of all on the same page, trying to figure out, well, how did we get here?
Yeah, it can give you an idea of maybe where they're leading and what they're talking about, but also hear the hearing. How does it fit into the broader landscape of human reproductive rights here and healthcare policy in the U.S.?
It's right smack dead in the middle of it. You got to think about it. Most states that have outlawed or attempted to limit abortion within their states, this is the logical next step. If we remove medical abortions where you have to go into a hospital or some type of clinic, the other next step is how do we remove this component of it with the prescription access to it. There's a number of states, I want to say 30 plus states, that you can get this drug in your state, but there's 15 that limit it to you can't get it from a clinic, you'd have to go in. And so if you can limit this access to it, that now cuts down on the opportunity for folks to get access to abortions, period. But what I can tell you is this case doesn't just revolve around abortion, it also is looking at federal regulations, the FDA specifically. And that's what I like what Gorsuch said. You're taking a one-off case and attempting to erase the ability of a general legislative body to do what they're supposed to do. The FDA is an administration that goes out there and approves drugs, and now we're saying that do they have the authority to do this or not? Like the one justice stated that I don't want us to look like we're doctors. We're not individuals that are going, Jackson, she said, we're not individuals that have medical backgrounds and degrees. And now you're saying we're supposed to invalidate what the FDA has done and spent years researching. I mean, this is something they did in 2016. You're wanting us to overturn their decision and say they don't even have authority to go out and release this drug. So they were short in saying, we don't think you guys have standing to even challenge this because are you hurt? Is there an injury? Are you situated in a position where you can even bring this lawsuit? And that wasn't just liberal justices, that was conservative justices all saying, again, how did we get here? How did your case make it this far?
All right, yeah, some wide-ranging implications, and we'll get that ruling come June about. So, Clay, thank you.